You haven't yet explained the situation with child benefits.
Yes, we ran through all the benefits people are missing out on, and child benefit is in there. 750,000 families are missing out on an average £2,075 a year here. So people will know this is a monthly payment you get if you've got a child under the age of 16 or under 20 in full-time education, providing no one parent earns over £60,000.
It used to be a universal benefit and then it was restricted.
The situation is perverse because you've got two parents earning 49 grand each, they get full child benefit. You've got one parent earning 60,000, their partner earns nothing, you don't get any child benefit. Anyway, the people who are missing out on this are those who don't realise that you need to register for child benefit. When you register the birth of your first child, you also have to register for child benefit. But also, a big category is people where there was one earner over £60,000 and they weren't claiming it, their income has dropped and they don't start reclaiming. So those are the people missing out. But I have a tip for anyone earning over 60,000 who doesn't want child benefit. You still need to claim child benefit. And what you should do is you should register but tick the I don't want to be paid box, which sounds perverse, but this is the reason why. By doing that, that triggers your national insurance credits that you get for looking after your child if you're not working. So if there's a non-working partner, they won't be getting national insurance credits unless they're claiming child benefit, even if they're claiming child benefit at the zero rate. If you've already done it for your first child, you'll be fine. But if it's your first child, you need to claim it but ask for nothing.
What about if you're a grandparent and you're looking after children? Do grandparents looking after children receive childcare credits?
Well, I call it the grandparent childcare credit, but it's actually called the specified adult childcare credit. So this is what it means. So let's imagine you're looking after a younger child while the parents go to work. So the parents are getting national insurance credits from working, but the grandparent is actually doing the childcare that if the parent weren't working, they'd be getting national insurance credits for. So what this specified adult childcare credit does is it allows the parents to effectively give the grandparent the national insurance... Sorry, don't mean you're a grandparent. The national insurance credit.
Might be at some stage.
One day, I hope. The national insurance credit. So, and national insurance credit don't sound like much, but these are worth thousands of pounds towards your state pension because you need to get enough national insurance credits to get the full state pension when you're older. So missing out of them could mean you are thousands of pounds short in retirement. So if you are a grandparent or another family member looking after a child and not working and you don't have your full state pension entitlement and the parent's at work, then you can get the national insurance credit for looking after your child. There are lots of I's to dot and T's to cross and you need to do some reading. But what you're looking for on gov.uk is the specified adult childcare credit.
OK. Craig on Twitter has asked, when are we going to see the 10.1% benefit increase, the inflationary benefit increase?
Well, that came in April, so you should have already received it. It may be about the payment period. I'll go to Lee. Lee, are there any circumstances where people won't have seen the 10.1% rise yet? Lee is benefits expert from Income Max.
Thanks, Martin. Yes, definitely. So what it is, it's to do with your assessment periods for universal credit. So it depends when your assessment periods are and your payment dates relating to that. There might be a delay, but the 10.1% increase is kicked in from April 23.
And when is the last time people should have got it? You know, we're in May now.
We're coming close to it now. So we've had some tweets and some people getting in touch saying, I've still not received it, but there's guidance online about when those last dates are.
So by the end of this month, roughly, if you haven't got it, there may be a problem.
Yeah, because everyone's assessment periods will be done by then.
Thank you.
OK. Gilly on Twitter has got in touch to ask about pension credit. Does a couple both need to be of pension age to claim? And do other benefits like PIP, personal independence payment, cancel it out?
So, yes, if you're a pensioner couple, you both need to be of state pension age or you are not entitled to pension credit. As in terms of PIP, I'm going to go back to Lee, that's why we have a benefits specialist in. Would income from PIP count as income towards the assessment of whether you're entitled to pension credit or not?
Definitely not. So personal independence payment, a bit like attendance allowance, non-means tested, it doesn't affect benefits. And if anything, it can sometimes give you more money within your means tested benefit.
And if you are a couple on low income, where one is of state pension age and the other is younger than state pension age, what benefits should you be looking at if you need help? Is it then universal credit?
The government changed the rules. It used to be that you could claim the benefit for the member of the couple that was the oldest, but now they changed it to youngest. So in that situation, it would be universal credit, but look at personal independence payment as well. And then obviously you can see if there's any extra elements within universal credit that can be added on if that gets awarded.
Thanks, Lee.
Can I ask, it's fiendishly complicated.
It is indeed. That's why I have to have a specialist in the room.
Now, you need a specialist to help. Most of us don't have specialists. 99.9% of us would not be able to fill out a form like this with help. Is there help for people to help them get through all the intricacies?
Well, the start point, there are some really good online calculators where you spend 10 minutes, which will give you a rough idea of what you're entitled to. After that, you can then go and try and get one-on-one help from the likes of Lee's organisation or independent money advice centres or Citizens Advice. Right. They can give one-on-one help. Or you can make an application, always be honest, true, do not mess about with it, do not try and jimmy the figures ever. Yep. You can make an application and see if you're what you're entitled to. One of the things I've been working on with the government with the pension credit, it's interesting because on this morning yesterday there was somebody on the pension credit hotline said that I was wrong. Whereas, because I say you should check if you're under 220 income, and this person thought, well, I'm under 220, I should get it. No, you should check. Yes. And I've been working with the government on that. What we need to do is make these helplines not a question where you call up and say, I want it, can I get it? And they say, no, you can't get it. They should be helplines. They should say, oh, I'm afraid in your case you don't get it. And we need to give a place where people are comfortable to ask the question and not feel like by asking, they're trying to get something they're not entitled to. There's a culture we need to change. Let's go back to that raw stat. £19 billion a year of unclaimed benefit, 10 million benefits in the middle of cost of living crisis when we have 14% of the population have had suicidal thoughts over the cost of living crisis in the last year. We need to do something to help people get what they're entitled to a bit better.
There is help out there. Please ask for it, seek it out. It is there.